As you can see, I'm trying really hard not to get paint bubbles into my mouth here. We're just showing you how this bubble effect works on a hot plate piece. Now, of course, when you go to HOTplate, you can do literally whatever you want. The options are endless. With different types of ceramics that you can paint from. I have a bowl. Melissa has this cool deer mug. And I mean, with Father's Day coming up this Sunday, a lot of hunters in the UP, this might be a really great project for some kids and dads to get involved in.
Yeah, definitely. I think it would be a really cute, like, let's paint this together, Dad, kind of project. Don't have to do bubbles, obviously, but who doesn't love bubbles? I don't know.
Now, if kids are coming in today or tomorrow to paint a project with Dad, when can they expect it to be finished?
So for painted pottery like this, typically it takes just about a week.
Okay, so they're not too bad.
No, not too bad at all. So even if you were to, you know, come in and paint and say, hey, Dad, I have this painted for you at HOTplate, and put a little note in a card, I think Dad would probably appreciate that. Especially if you put a handprint on something. Parents love that.
Oh, they love that kind of stuff, and they see the growth throughout the years. So booking in advance, especially now with summertime, we expect more tourists to be there. Is that something that you absolutely have to do?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Weekends, and if you have a larger group, you know, you can make a reservation, and you could do that right online. We have our online booking, but you don't have to. You can always drop in if you're feeling kind of spontaneous and you don't know, you know, when you're going to be there. We'll get you there.
I love a spontaneous art project. And like we mentioned, there are many different types of projects to choose from, hundreds of colors, various techniques that you can do. But if you want something a little bit more specific, maybe some guidance, there are many different summer camps. When do those kick off?
So our kids' summer camps start mid-July. So they'll run for 3 days each. From mid-July through the end of August. So those are up online right now. We've got spots for older kids and spots for younger kids, so they can each have their own kind of style and things. We have classes for adults going on too, so if Dad is into like bird watching, which I know a lot of dads are right now, we've got a woodpecker class coming up for Fuse class, and then paint pour is always a fun one too, because that one, sort of similar to this, you get a little bit messy, but that one doesn't have to go through the kiln.
I just straight up poured this in there. That's okay.
That's okay, yeah. Do you want a brush to smush it around?
Sure. Oh, you know what I was gonna do? I was gonna maybe blow some bubbles just like directly,
like in it.
Directly in there.
That'll work. Just happy accidents, right?
Exactly. It's art. It's whatever we put into it, right?
Exactly. Yeah, we have Bob Ross playing in the studio pretty regularly, so it's kind of my mantra.
Now so I started with these bubbles, and I want to do some more layers onto it. Is it going to cover up the bubbles, or should I? What do you think my next best move is here?
So you can definitely do another layer of bubbles, and you'll start to see like some color mixing, where you'll see colors layer over top of each other, because they're going to be a little translucent, but you'll still see your green underneath.
Okay.
You could even do a different color bubbles on the inside, and then let those bubble over and kind of have a little bit of a blend even.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I am just going to go like this and smooth this out a little bit on the inside.
Yeah. There's lots of ways to change a design. You know, a lot of people get really nervous, like, oh, I'm not super creative. What if I make a mistake? We've got your back. We can always fix it.
Art projects are pretty forgiving.
Yeah, definitely. And you're the artist. You're the one in charge, so you get to choose.
Yeah, it's low stakes, fun.
Yeah, it's just paint. Right? It's not anything where I'm not going to grade you. Like it's good.
Yeah, it's not surgery.
No.
So how's bookings looking like so far for those kids workshops, or even the adult workshops? What kind of space do you have left?
So it just depends on the workshop. Some of them, like next week, or during Art Week, we have what we call our faux stained glass. So it's kind of more mosaic meets resin, where you have a wooden frame and you put little pieces of glass in, and then we pour a resin on top to make it nice and shiny. Makes a nice faux stained glass little bit less intense than trying to do real stained glass.
Yeah. And that art week, that's the final art week this year for Marquette.
It is. So that class, you have your choice of, we've got a trout or a hummingbird. So the hummingbird is sold out, but we have lots of space for the trout. So that's another good dad one if you have a dad who likes to fish, or if you like to fish,
Yeah.
you know.
And I bet there's just tons of those around here.
I would imagine. My kids love it. I don't have the patience for it.
I've never caught a fish, but I would like to someday. But I guess that would probably require me to go out fishing and to like maybe put the worm on the hook. That's just the part that kind of creeps me out, is the bait.
Yeah, I don't know. That doesn't bother me. It's the sitting around and waiting until the fish comes to you.
Do I have a paint mustache? I feel like I do.
I don't know. I feel like I've got some dots on my face for sure.
I just might. All right, well, we're gonna go to a break. You and I can continue working on our projects behind the scenes here. We'll check back in with John at Doozer's Cookies in Ishpeming in a couple minutes.